Literally just gone live.
Hello everybody! It's been quite a long time since we've done a live on YouTube.
Well,
I didn't realise it was World Menopause Day yesterday. So we thought we would do a bit of a live Q&A today, but I've just got to put the pasta on, kids haven't eaten. But what are you all doing? Tell us what you're doing, what you're eating tonight, what you're watching.
nothing coming through at the moment. Nothing coming through. So what are you making for the girls?
I am just making, I haven't got much macaroni actually. One. Might throw a bit of these.
There's Nanny Di. Say hello, Nanny Di.
Hello, everyone.
Hey.
What are you all doing?
There's the first comment. Rick's Games. Hey, hello.
Hey, Rick's Games.
Mary Pitts had Indian takeaway.
Oh.
Yeah, we had one. We had one last night, didn't we, Nanny Di?
Yes. What are you all doing? Are you watching later the new Celebrity X Factor? Who's watching it? Did anyone see it last week? It was just who's watching it? Did anyone
Mary
see it
Pitts saying hello, Nanny Di.
Hello. Hello, Nanny Di.
Eleanor Drover making Moroccan lamb with jackfruit. I'm bad at cooking but experimenting.
That's insane. Now, you know what this is, jackfruit? It's the new vegetarian vegan meat. Is it? Yeah, and it's they use it for burgers, stews, anything. I've never had it. I must try it. I don't fancy it, I have to say. Is it delicious? Yeah.
Hello, Nanny Di. This is weird, but I dreamt of you, says Weber. Says Weber.
Thank you. What did you dream?
I hope in a good way. I hope in a caring way.
Thank you, the Jackal. Mark, you're a legend, mate. Eleanor Drover, it's good, trust me.
Oh.
I guess that's referring to the food.
Oh, the jackfruit, yeah.
Maddie's new song is amazing, just saying it is, isn't it?
Oh,
Claire
check
Rebel.
it out, guys, on iTunes. It's called Settle Down. And it's written for you, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's written for Mark, and it will make you cry. The first time she played it to him, it made him cry, did it not?
It certainly did.
Does it still make you cry every time?
Yeah, it does. Just the very act of someone. I think there's something very special about someone making something for anyone.
No.
Love
I'm
your.
afraid she's going to do a song for me one day.
Love your jumper, Nadia. Hi both.
But
Susan
look,
Reed.
look what happened.
Yeah, turn around.
This is such an expensive jumper, right? It was gifted to me. Look how they've gone all the way around the moths and eaten it, and it's cashmere.
There's one on your back as well.
So, is there?
Yeah.
So annoying.
Hi guys, happy Saturday, Kate James.
Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
What are you up to? What else are you eating? I love hearing what everyone's eating.
I always burn my porridge. Can Nadia help me, or am I a lost cause? I don't cook my porridge, Laura R.
Yeah, just have it raw. Well, the first thing is you have to have a non-stick pan, and you have to keep stirring. Those are the two things. Have you got a non-stick pan like that? Non-stick? Huh? If you haven't, it's going to be difficult.
Anne Martin, your kids are unreal, beautiful and kind and talented.
Oh,
Hey.
thank you.
Victoria Equi, just watched Andy Murray win.
Win what?
I'd be excited about Andy Murray winning anything if he just cheered up a little bit.
Just a wee bit.
Just a wee bit, not a lot, just a
It's a
bit.
eeny,
Just
teeny.
rise, just a lifting tone to his voice would be nice.
Teeny, weeny, little bit.
Tell Nadia them holes look like that ripped trend looks alright, just a few more on the
Yeah.
sleeves and it's gold.
Yeah. Well, I think the fact that it goes round in a circle is
Yeah.
pretty good.
Tracy Gillett, feta mushrooms, avocado and lentils for dinner here.
Well, like tonight, is anyone come onto this to talk about menopause? We're going to have to sit down in a minute once I've got the sauce on the go. But we thought, as it was World Menopause Day yesterday, we thought, should we still do something? We thought, well, you know, it's World Menopause every day. For people that are having the menopause.
Hasna Abdirahman says, what is menopause like?
Well, the first,
There's a big question.
that's like saying what a period's like and what is premenstrual tension like, because it really is different for every single person. But there are, I think the most important thing that I would want to get across about menopause is, because I've heard this time and time again from women, is because there was so little said about it, though I'm very proud because it actually was Loose Women that talked a lot about it, but were the first to talk about menopause. Is that there's an awful lot of different symptoms that you might not necessarily connect up as with the thought, oh, this could be the menopause, because there are so many different symptoms. Some people sail through it, no problem at all. Did you have an easy menopause, Di?
Yeah.
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 My mum had a really easy menopause.
That was a
Just
conversational
sailed through it.
cul-de-sac.
No, but that's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's just because what I don't want to do, if there's people that haven't had their menopause, I don't want everyone to be frightened and thinking,
No.
oh my God, is that going to happen to me?
No.
Because it really might not.
No.
Some people just get, like my friend Lisa got a really bad sweat, horrendous. Quite a few of the women that I'm going on the Himalayas trek, because they've been put into...
Karina just came on just then and
Oh,
just said
hi,
she's done her
Karina.
last training session before you head off.
Oh, Karina, hi. Well, Karina is somebody that was put into early menopause because of her cancer. Karina's coming as one of my team.
Oh.
So we talk quite a bit about menopause with all the women from the team because a lot of them are young and been put into an early one. So it can start from any time. It's rare that it starts young unless you've been forced into one because of cancer treatment. You might just have something really simple like the sweats. You might have nothing at all. You might have all of it. You might have terrible sweats, depression, tooth loss.
Tooth loss?
No, I'm joking. Bladder weakness. There's so much. Brittle bones. The bones can crumble.
Wow.
So there's all sorts of things. But for me, the first sign definitely was depression.
And an irrational hatred of me.
Yeah.
And what about insomnia? Isn't that a big one?
Yeah, I mean, I never used to worry about my sleep at all before I had my menopause.
Yeah.
Has anyone coming up? Has anyone had any of those symptoms
Well,
so far?
how did you cope, Mark, with Nadia's menopause? I think we forget how it affects the partner. Menopause,
Okay.
what? Shiraz Samad. How about midlife crisis with men? Almost the same thing. Women will kill me after this. How did you cope, Mark? I didn't cope at all well, really, if I'm honest. Because it wasn't that you can't
I didn't
cater.
even know it was the menopause, so how would you know?
Well, that's the problem. You see,
Yeah.
I don't know how you get around this issue of if Nadia, in the midst of her menopause, felt what she was saying was rational, but it wasn't to me. But I was the problem. How could you ever impress upon her that she was being irrational? You
Exactly.
just can't. And it's so an insanity creeps into a household, or it can do, and it is really quite frightening. Actually, if I'm honest, it's frightening. If I'm honest, it was frightening at times. There was a sort of loss of logic. So logic doesn't prevail. I mean, after the event, you can look back and you can understand and you can be really compassionate about it. But at the time, it's very hard to be compassionate with someone, whatever's affecting them, if they're holding a flamethrower at your head. Do you know what I mean? I mean, metaphorically. It's true, though. It's true. It's like, I do think it's very difficult for men specifically because, on the one hand, women insist rightly that if the world acknowledges that there are hormonal shifts with the menopause and menstruating. And then if men acknowledge that there are those moments, we're shot down in flames for being somehow misogynistic, which is bloody annoying.
Yeah.
But it's difficult, but it does require compassion. You do just have to sit on your hands and bite your tongue. Back to you.
And I think the thing is, rather like, I don't know if anyone's had premenstrual tension. I mean, it's funny because I watch the girls go through it now and they'll come down and it's like, I can just tell like it's a week before or so. And everything is annoying them and everyone is making them angry and the friends really are this and that's really that and there's no logic to it. It is irrational. And I suppose, so that's one part of the menopause that can become, out of control. I mean, I definitely had major, I suppose in a way you could describe them almost as tantrums, complete loss of rationality. Does anyone connect with that? Karina, do you connect with that?
Anne Martin's just saying here, I had one just like you, Nadia. I didn't feel my husband was mine. My house didn't feel like mine. I do think like I was, women need to know about it more.
Yeah. So
Oh, hang on, sorry. Tracy Gillett, watching this with my husband and we're in the midst of it. And he agrees totally with Mark, so this will start a conversation for us. Thank you. Oh, Tracy.
What's your husband's name?
Tell us your husband's name.
So Mark can talk to
Yeah.
him.
The important thing to Tracy Gillett's husband is it does pass. I mean, I do think, if I'm honest, I do think a lot of relationships probably end during a protracted menopausal period because I think probably in a couple you think, oh my God, they've changed forever. And that's not to say that, I'm being guarded here, but that's not to say that it necessarily does go back totally to where it was. It can't, because we're all getting older. But it does get less intense.
Yeah, and the thing is,
But Tracy's husband, women are just bloody annoying, mate.
But
And
the
they get
thing
and they
is-
get more annoying, believe me.
But the thing is, you know, there is a lot. I've got friends that have had amazing results from having HRT. I didn't go down the HRT route. I didn't want to, but that's just a personal thing. I went down the natural route. But what I would say is definitely go and see your doctor. If you're getting all these different symptoms, like you suddenly feel really down, dark, you're putting on weight, your your periods are erratic. Like I was bleeding so heavily for so long, I actually thought I was dying. I was like, there's got to be something. So that's what really depletes you. You're feeling really tired, get really tired. It's just horrible. It can be horrible.
Okay, some questions here. Laura Dora, is HRT okay and safe?
Well,
Tricky one there. Hey, Mum, you've been on HRT most of your life.
Yeah,
Yeah, are you still on it?
3 times a week.
Oh, so you're still on it. Hmm.
I've cut it right down then to
There you
2
go.
or 3 times a week.
Right, there you go. Okay, Nadia.
It's interesting actually. I was talking to a doctor the other day, and she was saying, and I was talking about, because obviously it's well documented, isn't it, that there could be risks of increased breast cancer, all of that. And I know if you've got a certain kind of cancer, you've got that kind of breast cancer in your family, I think you're not supposed to take HRT. But I was talking to this doctor the other day, and she said, you know, the percentage is very small. Though you have to do all your research, because I'm not a doctor, you know, this is just the different conversations I've had. She said, but do you know what is, but she said, you know what's really bad for you as you get older and connected to breast cancer? Not exercising, drinking too much wine,
Yeah.
getting overweight,
Yeah.
all sorts of things that can come along with menopause. So it is a balance. You've got to do your research, you've got to talk to doctors, talk to friends, and make your mind up. But
White wine is worse than red, apparently.
Is it?
Yeah, apparently.
yeah.
Janice Reed, I'm having a terrible time. I'm a sweaty mess.
Oh.
Have you gone to see the doctor?
Oh.
Oh.
I saw a homeopath for my sweating. Just stops
Susan Bonita, and the memory loss is terrible.
Oh my
memory
god.
loss, yeah.
Did you get
Yeah,
that?
You used to talk
Oh
about memory
my
loss.
god, let's talk about, I forgot about, thank you for
Susan
reminding me of that.
Bonita,
Yeah,
thank you.
Because as I
Laura Dora brain fog, yeah.
Yeah, so what was happening was, I'm getting depressed, I'm feeling really tired, I'm putting on weight, my peeing myself was definitely worse.
No.
Oh, definitely worse. All this stuff is going on, and then the memory. So before I realised it was my menopause, I was thinking 2 things. I was bleeding really heavily, so I thought, oh my god, I'm dying. I thought I had like cervical cancer. Then the next thing is the brain fog and the memory loss. So I thought, oh my god, I've got Alzheimer's. And this went on for months and months and months, panicking inside, not wanting to tell anybody. And all along, I'd just gone to the bloody doctor and got a test, a tiny little blood test. It would have told me that my estrogen levels had dropped and that I was perimenopausal.
Ah.
Oh.
Yeah. What's everyone else saying?
Sonia Donovan, I'm going through the menopause. No hot flushes. My poor husband has to have the fan every night.
Right.
Any hormonal recommendations for the menopause? Not hormonal, sorry, herbal.
Herbal. Well, I went to a homeopath, but what I would say is you can't just go to the health shop and just get a homeopathic remedy. You've got to see a proper homeopath, and it really helped me. Might not help everyone. I'm not recommending it because I wouldn't want to do anything, you know, well, I can't.
Krina's-
I'm not a health professional, but for me it worked. So you could try it out.
Krina's suggesting a chillo. Get a chillo, a chilled pillow for anyone with sweats.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You do the sweats, don't you, Krina?
That's a good one.
A chillo, yeah.
Yeah,
we've
would
got
you
one
like
of
a
those
chillo?
pillows, I love it.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyone else?
Oh.
Any other questions?
Well, apart from Laura Dora saying Mark's the husband to have, lucky Nadia. Amanda Nixon, here's me having wine. Carol Campbell, horrific time without HRT, saved my life.
So did she have HRT?
Yeah. Sorry. Kate James, one advantage of having an early menopause, yes, very depressed, overweight, a raving lunatic. I'm now in my 50s and I'm feeling fantastic.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, you do come out through the other side. If you're younger and you're watching this, I kind of wish I'd known more about it before I went into it, because as I say, I had all this fear, thinking there was really something wrong with me. Well, and there wasn't. It's just the change. It's just a change, and you just have to learn to adapt to it, really.
Sometimes, Mandy Bullimore, sometimes I feel I could kill people for just breathing or wanting to make a conversation with me. Do you ever feel like this?
Yeah, of course we do. We all do, don't we?
Yes.
Even the men. We all do. And sometimes that's just life. And sometimes it is exacerbated by the hormonal loss. What do you think? We have all this estrogen, it's making our skin lovely, our bones healthy, our hair shiny, all this stuff, giving us energy. And then suddenly, it just disappears. Now, if the same happened to men, I'll tell you, it wouldn't be allowed. And so, but there are, there are things that you can do.
Wonder Woman's asking, how did you cope with the blood loss going about your day-to-day life? My mum had to use a giant diva cup and was very anemic.
It was awful. It was really awful. And one day I rang the doctors. I said, I'm really worried now about how much blood I'm losing. Do you know what they said to me?
What?
It's either 3/4, half or 3/4 of a mug, something like that. So, would you say you're losing 3/4 to half a mug of blood an hour or something ridiculous? I was like, no, I don't think I'm losing that. Oh, it'll probably be okay. Anyway, I did go to the doctors about it, and they gave me a drug to slow down the blood loss. And then I read everything that was in the drug and all the possible side effects from the drug, and I just went, I don't think I'll take it.
Sorry.
So I just waited for it to stop, really.
Someone was just asking how long did yours last, and I wanted to sort of interject there because I would argue that you have menopausal moments.
Well, here's the thing. It's not about how long it lasts, because if you think about it, you're going through one period of your life, you get to the menopause door, you go through the menopause door and you close it. You are now in menopause until you die. But the symptoms, what I didn't realise is, a friend of mine the other day, who's been on HRT for ages, for years and years, she came off it. As soon as she came off it, all the symptoms came back as if
Yeah,
she...
of course they do. Of course they do. One of the reasons I don't, because people say to me, oh, I'm at my advanced age, why are you still on it? My doctor says that, except that he gave me good advice. He said, after all these years, don't just stop taking it, because it will come back with a very...
Oh, so it literally just puts it on
Yes.
pause?
No, of course. Now,
So he said, get it down, right down to so first of all it was 4 a week, then it was 3 a week, and now I tried to make it 2 a week.
Oh, right.
But, yeah.
but when you say
Hold
you
on.
try to make it 2 a week, what happens when you don't?
Well, because unfortunately with HRT it isn't just the physical symptoms, it's you convince yourself that you actually feel better on it,
Yeah.
which is apparently quite common.
Yeah.
But
So, yeah.
Just a
so-
quick. Sean Cumming, hello to you and John. You've been patiently asking all evening. Hello. Say hello to Sean and John.
Hi, Sean and John.
Hey, there you go. Sorry, go on then.
Yeah. So that didn't really appeal to me. Again, I don't think that's the same for... And I know I keep saying this, but it's really important that I do. This is not medical advice. This is us just chatting about our own experiences. Okay?
Right, I'm going to spin it around because the sound isn't very high.
Always check with the doctor. Any other questions?
Thank you so much. Apparently there can be ovarian action even after menopause.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Does that mean they wake up and go clubbing? What does that mean? Does that mean they go for walkabouts? Oh, hang on, I can't see it. How's Nanny Die's knee doing today? It's good.
it's good. I'm just going to walk up.
You guys are the best YouTubers in the world. Well, I added that. No, Laura Dora, you're very lovely. Sonia Donovan again. The memory loss is very scary. My husband says my moods go happy mood to a mad woman. I love your vlog. That is the range. How? Okay, you always ask what recommendation would you give Nadia to husbands dealing with it in their partners? Having just put the kettle on.
I would say it's really, really hard for
Hang on.
you. I would say, yes, it's really, really hard for you. But what you've got to know is it's much harder for the woman and what she's going through. She's literally losing her life. It feels like she's losing her youth. Feels like she's all used up and done. I got really, really jealous of pregnant women because it was all over. And then I would feel really bad about myself because I think, well, I've got children. How can I? But it's just a hormonal thing. So you're feeling really sad, so tired, so tired, and you're frightened. So if you really love your partner, just think, oh my God, yeah, this is a bit tough. but this is in sickness and in health. I'm not going to just get into major rows with her. It's just a period of time. If she's really suffering, get her to go and see the doctor as well.
But what if the situation is such that the provocation is so extreme that even, I mean, if the woman in question would hate to know she was doing what she was doing, you know, it's despite herself.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, what recommendation do you give to a man? Because it's very difficult to know where, because if you storm out or walk away, you can be accused of abandoning and not caring and walking away from the problem. If you stay in the face, you can be accused of, well, just being there. Yeah. And
I think you're better to answer it because I'm only on the woman's side.
no, it's not about sides though. You see, I think one has to get out of it.
I mean, I suppose space, in that I'm thinking, God, but I know how awful it feels, and you're just like. So I think it's really good that we're both talking about it because you can talk from a male perspective.
Well, yeah, but I don't necessarily think I got it right. So that's the problem. So I'm trying to think that if there was anything that men could do that was better. I mean, my joke about the menopause is that really women would like men just to go on pause for the duration of it, so that we stop making any sort of needs or needing, you know, not needs, but you know.
Is that true? Would they like men to put them on pause?
What's that? Katie James, my advice to any woman, try to avoid the HRT if possible. Take up exercise. Kathy Dunn, my kids videoed me. I was shocked. Said I'm not the bad. Made me think, what am I putting them through?
The kids videoed her?
Yeah, I think perhaps just in a bad state. Yeah. Oh, Clara Bell, you must have done something right. You're still married. Check out our podcast, which is called How to Stay Married So Far. Do you know you can murder someone and get away with it when menopausal? Susan Cooper. Be careful, Mark. Bloody hell. Best. Oh, this is interesting.
We can't be saying to people they can do a murder and get away with it.
No. That wasn't a recommendation. Jane Dolby. This is interesting. Best thing for menopausal symptoms is keto and intermittent fasting. That's something you've been banging on about for years, Nadia, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a way of eating.
It's a way of eating.
I mean, I do think there is a lot to be done with good food, for sure, and there's loads. Actually, what's this book?
I'm keeping it this way round, guys, because the microphone's better, not because I want my face, and also I'm obviously reading the things.
There's a really, really good book.
345 Berry, shout out. Hello.
What's this
My
book?
screen's cracked. Laura Dora, not yet full-blown menopause.
There's a really good book.
Yeah. How is Teddy? Teddy is good.
With really good food, because food can really make a difference.
Hair loss is something someone else has mentioned.
Oh my God, yeah, that is not good. That is
Yeah.
not good. And what about weaning yourself? That definitely got, you know, after kids,
Yeah.
you have a bit of weaning yourself. Mine got so much worse, and apparently it's because the muscles just get looser. Like
I never
everything else.
realised what those small puddles were from.
Oh.
I didn't. I walked around the kitchen, my foot would go in it, my sock would get wet.
Yeah.
And it was nads.
I used, that's much better, I used Innova. You might have seen me talking about it on Instagram, which are these shorts that do like loads and loads of pelvic floor exercises.
Oh, do
for you.
they force you to do them?
Well, they do them for you.
Oh, that's great.
So if you go over to my Instagram feed, I've got a code. I've got
Ooh.
a code, so you can use that.
Can they
You
use
get
them
money
for
off.
men?
Yeah, men can use it.
Really?
Shorts do the exercise.
Yeah,
The
they
shorts
that
do
for
your
you.
exercise
They've
for
got
you.
these electrodes on. Literally, they go like this. Boom. Hold
Yeah.
up your pelvic floor, drop it like you're doing the most
Yeah.
massive pelvic floor exercise.
Surely you're not doing it yourself then?
Well, you've got electrodes. Well, they're not electrodes. I don't know what they are, but they just do this thing where they pull up your
Okay.
pelvic floor.
Yeah.
So it does and then, have you ever
Sounds
seen
really
those
clever.
things like when you do tummy exercises?
Yeah.
Like
Shout
that.
out. Hello, Mark Kingston. D. Rogerson, lots of hearts. Sarah Story, car keys and fridge, butter in handbag.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah.
Yeah, except Nadia
done
doesn't.
that.
Yeah, I don't know where I put my car keys. What is BioSil, Laura? What is BioSil? Wow, these shorts sound amazing, Laura Dora. I have one son, wanted more, but my thyroid problems but mean I have the same issues as women and men, feel the same hormones and go through the same system. I have stress incontinence.
Oh, well,
That's
honestly,
Julie N. Jackson.
pelvic floor exercises are the way, honestly, because we never want to do them. But then what I discovered when I was working with Innova, you know, you do like 3 or 4, you go, oh yeah, that's my pelvic floor exercises done. You have to do 120 to 150.
A day?
Yes!
Bloody hell, I do about...
A day!
Believe it or not, I actually do about 30. For men, if there's any men watching and you want to know how to do a pelvic floor, you've got to feel like you're stopping weeing in mid-flow. That's what it feels like. You need to pull in as if you're tightening up. But that's it. But I thought I did about 30. I thought that was enough. Susan Bonita, shout out Nanny Di, moving like she does after a knees operation. Quite amazing.
No, incredible.
I think Wonder Woman says, I think men go through the equivalent of the menopause, but a bit later, like in their 50s. Oh, great, I've got that to look. They get depressed, feel used up, useless. I'm already there. How many? No wonder I can't laugh or sneeze. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was like. I can laugh and sneeze now. It's just heaven.
Can you?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't. You must.
Let's
notice
test
I
it.
don't do this anymore. I don't go. Hang on a minute.
No, that's true. Let's test it. Let's get some spice, put it under your nose and make you sneeze. And then let's put some paper tissue under you. Rue's Life. Love watching you guys. Always cheers me up and makes me smile. We used to know someone, didn't we? Who used to laugh like this. Very funny.
Who's that?
Relative. Do you remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just by looking at her like that made it more meaningful. Carol Campbell, mums, had 2 total knee replacements. God, you're a bit of a lightweight.
Whoa.
You're not as good as Carol.
I've had 2 total knee replacements.
So you have.
So I have.
So you have. Where are you going?
We're gonna have to go in a minute.
We're going to go in a minute. And guess what's happening later tonight?
What is?
We're doing a live watch-along to Celebrity
Oh my God.
X Factor.
Guys, please join us. It's so funny.
So funny. Mum, Simon Cowell. Where will Simon... I'm watching it tonight to see where Simon Cowell's at.
Oh my
I think
God.
we're all watching it.
Do you think
to see where Simon-
that Lord Locke is saying, will there be any more breakdancing? Not only breakdancing, but Nadia is going to dance in a thong. And she's going to open a
He's
tin...
making all kinds of promises here.
She's going to open a tin of sardines with her nipples.
Mark?
We're live. It could go anywhere. So tune in later. Subscribe. You'll know when we're up. And then I'm going to go off and do 8,000... What are they called? Pelvic floors. So I'm going to start now. See if you know when I'm doing one.
You can put my shorts on if you want. Why don't you? Oh my God, it'd be so funny to put the shorts on you and have you do a proper pelvic floor exercise.
Sounds like the kind of thing you get on the dark web. Okay, there we go. I think we're tuning out.
Want to see the
Do you want to see the end of the macaroni cheese? I'll turn you around. The sound's a bit knackered that way, but there we go. Here we go. Coming in now. Oh,
Babbling.
can I have one?
The kids will have one. They can just put a chair on. Maddie's out, so it's just kicking up and they're fine.
Richard Parker, it's been real. Love you, Peoples.
Love you.
Do you get it? What he
Join
did
us.
there, Richard Peoples. Very good. There you go. Ashley Gardner, that one is yours, matey flip. How are you? Haven't seen you around for a while. Anyway,
Lots of love, Ashley.
flying away. See for I'm a celebrity. No, what is it? X Factor.
Celebrity X Factor.
I can't get it right. There's too many celebrities in this kitchen. Bye.